name is Monica Gold, and I would like to share with you a poem from the past which I have written about the three beasts in man. Three Beasts in Man is a very strange title when we look at each other. And then I thought of the Big Bang Theory. Does that have anything to do with it? And I start looking around the neighborhood and the streets and the enormous trees in our garden here, and the flowers, the birds singing. This is all part of evolution. This is part of an evolution which has a creator. And then I think back that in the past, people, way back in time, people did believe in angel and spirit beings and in God, a Father God who created everything and oversaw everything. And when one sees the wisdom of, for instance, an eagle flying high in the sky, seeing in the fields down below a mouse and coming right down and is able to pick it up, that is such an enormous thought for evolution, in the development of the world. We can go further. Are the human beings and all the animals. And here I want to think about, because I'm talking about the three beasts in man, I want to think about the eagle, yes, flying high in the sky, but also about the lion, who has a tremendous roar and strength in his bringing together with, hopefully, love, his cubs, and the bull that has the strength of doing everything he wants. And now we think way back, 5,000 years ago, and go back to Egypt and the Sphinx. Sure, they had temples and big pyramids, and somehow the Sphinx stands out because the Sphinx has the wings of an eagle, the chest of a lion, and the hind of a bull. And there are many pictures, many sculptures which can be remembered when we think of ancient Egypt. Now, what does that show? That does show the same thing. That here in the Sphinx we have these three animals, but out of the Sphinx arises the head. And the head is the head of a human being. That brings us right back to the beginning of what I have tried to introduce. When we look around ourselves, there is so much wisdom, so much guidance for us as human beings, but also in the world of the plants, the trees, these enormously high trees in some of the countries. They are so beautiful that one cannot think that something has gone wrong with man, that there are three beasts in man. Now what we could do is go back to Egypt just for a moment and say the eagle could be compared to our thinking. The lion could be compared to our feeling. The love for the lion's cubs is the roaring of the lion. And the bull is the will So the strength the bull has is to do everything he wants for the good of or bad for himself. So we do have thinking, feeling, and willing in ourselves. And as the divine wisdom recognized that people could not act like a lion or like a bull without harming themselves, or for the thinking going up into the world of nowhere, of nirvana, and just think about these incredible thoughts that have passed through humanity and forgot everything else on the earth. And in order to avoid that, the human being has been given an ego, an I. And this ego we have been given in order to correct any wrong feeling, any wrongdoing, any wrong thinking when we come to greater insights. That is what the poem is talking about, that these beasts really take hold of us, and we must recognize that we have the possibility in us to become good human being, caring human being, and thoughtful human beings. That is our goal. The three beasts in man. The world knows little of the eagle's flight, the lion's roar, or the bull's ability to fight. Why did these three beasts in mysteries appear? Look at the Sphinx, with its eagle wings, a lion's chest, and a bull at the rear. We find them in churches, in old paintings too, because when uncontrolled these beasts appear and our souls begin to steer, then they can create terrible fear. Yet in churches all over the world they are praised. Are you not in wonder and stand there amazed? And so few questions are ever raised. In fact, we even find these beasts in the Gospels elevated praise. In the past, there were human beings with the will of a bull in control. They could feel and fight with a lion's rage, and lovingly with their thoughts, they could rise into the light to conquer the world in an eagle's flight. Eagle's wings, thought in flight. Lion's chest, feeling the roar. Bull's hind, strength of will. This is the Sphinx in man. The ego's task is to guide responsibly thought, feeling, and will courageously. Created and fashioned by thought sublime, as Christ's gift divine, the ego of man was bestowed to express itself in the course of time, through thinking, feeling, and will benign. While man uses thinking in his scientific work here, questions of life want to be answered in a higher sphere. It can be achieved if with strength of ego and a conscious will one strives incessantly to become quite still, without falling asleep. One also learns to stop all mind-enriching pictures in one's thought. Can one be successful at this for a certain length of time? Then through the heart and head, angels will spin and weave a very different thread, with which one gains from thinking wisdom's greatest treasure in living light and archangelic pleasure. If the will is consciously led to the soul's most secret place, the heart, it becomes able to unfold again a new and very different start. Yes, indeed, one needs to see that what lived unconsciously together as one is now free, as thinking, feeling, and willing through our spiritual work now have become three. The harvest shows, the heavens weaving and rejoicing through heart's thinking and spirit's voicing. When strength is sought by directing thought into the limbs, then our conscious striving softly rings and offers us a guided tour on spirit wings. Thus, one can meet highest angel beings, beautiful indeed, as they each grow stronger, taking turns to spread their seeds and lead. In this way, different and distinctive efforts must be undertaken, while courage, willingness to work, and perseverance in Christus must forever remain unshaken.
you.